key dates there of the 27 being a darkness day as well. So there's just some stuff coming that are going to wake the sleeper cells up that are hiding right now. All right. Let's see here. Illegals receive more rights than citizens. Yes, that's something that both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris would love to do. And there's already starting. I mean, we already see illegals having more rights than citizens right now. But and Donald Trump needs to put an end to that immediately. But it's gonna get even worse under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And then did you hear me say that? I said Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. That means Kamala Harris was first, right? Because that's the plan, right? To remove Joe Biden and have Kamala. And I don't know who Kamala Harris vice president would be, but I don't even care. I don't even want them to win. So we're praying against them. So it doesn't matter. We're just showing you their agenda. We don't even have forced removal of the Second Amendment, okay, on here. Your guns, your right to own, bear arms. They will force you to remove your guns. So that's going to lead to a civil war right there in itself, because the South will never give up their guns. So that's going to lead to a civil war right there, right? So they're going to force liberal states to give up guns. I don't even have that in here. So, but the South and the Republicans will never give up their guns. They will die instead. Okay, but anyways, let's see here. We have 40% long-term capital gains tax. So who's going to want to play the markets now? Who's going to want to day trade now? Who's going to want to do anything in trading when you have to give up 40% long-term capital gains, 60% short-term capital gains? It might be 55% short-term capital gains, but I did round it up to 60 right there just in case it is 60. But 40% long-term capital gains, 60% short-term capital gain. That's worse than Obama's. Okay, that's worse than Obama, man. Obama was 29% long-term capital gains and 44% short-term capital gains. So this is even worse than Obama. Start using the FEMA camps. As we said, they're empty. Most of them are empty. They're going to start using those. They're going to be ordered to use those, to start putting people in there. Give jobs back to China. So all the jobs that Donald Trump brought in for the middle of America and all those factories are going to go right back to China. Okay. Let's see. Remove all sanctions on Iran. So we already know what's going to happen in the Middle East. When that happens, Iran's going to attack everybody that was talking crap about them or didn't do business with them or refused to do business with them or whatever the case may be. Iran will start attacking everybody, including the Iraqi citizens. So that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good at all. Let's see here. We got return to terrible nuclear deal. They've already made that announcement already that Joe Biden better return to the nuclear deal. So they're already threatening Joe, saying that Biden better return to the nuclear deal, which he will. He'll return to the nuclear deal. He'll give Iran whatever they want. Okay, under his presidency. Okay, so it's a censorship at extreme level. All right, so we won't be able to talk like this anymore. Okay, everything will be censored. YouTube and everybody else will be bold and censor all of us, kick us all out their platforms. We won't have a voice. We would have to create our own voices somewhere else. Okay. So that would happen. Extreme censorship. They would remove all the Christian gospel stuff and all that stuff. Anybody talking about anything that goes against the extreme liberalism will be kicked off their platforms immediately with no questions asked. Lawsuits, you couldn't even do any lawsuits. It would be thrown out. Allow corrupt governments to destroy, torture, and kill innocent citizens. Now that's going to be for mainly like Zimbabwe, the whole Middle East, South America, places in America as well, and Canada and Europe. They're gonna allow Middle East to return to a war zone. We already know that, and that's going to be led by Iran. Cashless society. Okay, they're going to remove cash and make it so that everybody can be tractable. So you got track everyone. The Great Reset, that's what that is. Okay, and They're going to want everybody to become socialists as well, right? So the Great Reset is going to say, hey, we'll pay you to sit at home and do nothing all day. Don't worry about it. All right. So everybody becomes bums with no goals, no ambition, no nothing, just depending on government. Rise of the New World Order. Okay, that's already rising now, but it will definitely be established under them. Cut our military in half. Obama did the same thing. Obama cut our military in half. He fired a lot of captains and lieutenants and colonels and admirals, and he put our government in half. And so that's the same thing's going to happen here. They're going to weaken our military. And then they're also going to do a lot of LGBTQ things in our military as well. They're going to allow Russia and China to invade America, of course. They're going to announce USA is now a socialist country. They're going to expand debt to levels never seen before. Okay, that's why the markets are going higher right now, because they know debt is going to come in like never seen before. You thought Donald Trump debt was bad? You wait till Biden and Kamala Harris debt comes in there, right? So this is just a taste of some of the hidden agendas of the Kamala, Biden, and the deep state. Keep fighting and praying for justice, folks. So there you have it. This is what's coming down the pike, folks. And if they get in, now there is some loopholes in the Constitution that Donald Trump knows about that can keep him in that office, regardless of the recounts and investigations that we believe are going to happen, and God has said it's going to happen. But regardless of all that, Donald Trump could, because of the loopholes in the Constitution, refuse to concede and still remain president. Okay, Van Jones did a video about that, and he broke it down on how that could be possible. So no one's done it before because everybody has conceded, but Donald Trump is not going to concede, knowing that all the fraud and evidence that they have of fraud. So Donald Trump will not concede. Doesn't matter what anybody says. He will not concede, and he will sit there in that White House knowing the constitutional loopholes. Okay, so if Donald Trump is removed, he's going to be removed because millions of people are going to come in the White House and drag him out. That's the only way he's going to be removed, right? But God has already showed us showed the prophets that that the courts are going to take over, and the Supreme Court will throw out all of the invalid ballots, and Donald Trump will win. Some people have seen. Well, I'm not going to say it. Let me just keep that to myself. I don't want to mess it up. But yes, that's what has happened there. And we'll see. Okay, watch 11/11 because that's supposed to be coded for big mistakes. Big mistakes happen. Somebody is going to make that announcement. That I don't know who it is. I'm not sure if it's a Democrat, Republican, or Supreme Court or whatever. But somebody is going to say big mistakes were made or big mistakes happened, and it's coded for 11/11 through 11/13. Okay, now 11/13 is a darkness day. Now that might be because of the reactions of that announcement that big mistakes were made or big mistakes happened. Okay, so then the 13 people go out and protest on that. So, oh no, they're about to cheat for Donald Trump, whatever the case may be, right? And then also the 11/27 is also a darkness day. So that means that if 11/27 is darkness, that means the people are going to riot and destroy their communities. That means that the Supreme Court might be done with their voting in 2 weeks. Okay, now somebody did tweet that on Twitter that one of the prophets saw the Supreme Court making their announcement within 2 weeks from today. So from the day of yesterday. So that would put us right in that Thanksgiving area, that last week of November. Okay, and then other people saw that instead of having a terrible Christmas this year, it flipped to having a great, let's put it this way, great December. I'm not going to say Christmas, but let's say great December for those who are in of Christ. Those that want righteousness, those that want free and fair elections. They saw a great December. Okay, so a celebratory December. So that means that the final week of November could be the decision of the Supreme Court, and Donald Trump will come out publicly with the white papers, hint, hint, the white papers for you people that are in the Iraq investment. We'll talk about that on Patreon and later today. But Donald Trump will come out with the white papers and tell the world that the Supreme Court has just ruled in his favor. Many people will cheer and some people will be very upset, right? And so watch that 27th, because there's going to be a darkness day, meaning that the sleeper cells could erupt on that day, and it could be massive riots and fires and burning in America. While the Trump supporters are celebrating, the liberals are tearing up their cities and states, right? And sleeper cells have woken up. Now, that won't last long. As God already said, if that did happen, Donald Trump would call for martial law and law and order immediately. And within few days, everything would be quiet again, and everything will be back to normal. All right, so let's see how this all plays out, folks. I am telling you the agenda of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, and yes, I keep saying Kamala first because that's their agenda. So we have to do it for their agenda. I don't have the Second Amendment in here. This is just a taste, okay? And for you ladies that are working jobs with men and saw your pay rise under Donald Trump for equality, right? Equal pay. That will reverse under Biden as well. Biden does not like equal pay for women, okay? So that's another thing that's not even on here. Equal pay will drop. The gap will go wider, okay? There won't be equal pay for women, okay? They will make it an illusion that they're fighting for it under Joe Biden. Yeah, Joe Biden's going to give us equal pay, but in reality, it's going to drop significantly, okay? So on the outside, they're going to say, they're going to be saying it's equal pay. They're fighting for equal pay under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But behind the scenes, your pay will drop significantly. I don't even have on here healthcare. Healthcare will rise dramatically. So if you're paying $500 a month right now for health insurance, you're probably going to be paying $900 to $1,300 a month under Joe Biden. Okay. Remember when Obama got in there and Obamacare happened, and you were paying $250 a month, and then all of a sudden the Obamacare switched on, and then you were paying $750 a month? Yeah, that wasn't fun, was it? It wasn't fun for me either. I was a government contractor, and we were under a union, and we all saw our healthcare go from $250 to $300 a month to $700 to $900 a month. And people could not afford to pay their bills. We had to work overtime because of healthcare that we weren't even using. And I had to work overtime. I was burning myself out just to make it in life because of this healthcare. Okay. Now, the good thing, because there's always good things to this. The good thing about that healthcare and the way and the reason why and how it's skyrocketed in price, the good thing is I started YouTube. so God used that that deception or that destruction of people's pay and that poverty he brought into that, the poverty that they tried to bring onto us. He used it for his people's good, right? We were able to start other things and get into other things. Without that, I don't know if I'd be on YouTube right now, right? So maybe I would have, because I like multiple streams of income. So maybe I would have, but that really started me to get on YouTube, because I was like, I'm going to take all this overtime that I'm doing and I'm going to use it productively. And I started to search and go out there and try to get multiple streams of income, and it started to really help my life. Okay, and then I said, I'm done with the government. I'm done with being a government contractor. I'm done with serving for the government. I'm done with the government. I'm going to do things on my own now. I know I know it's going to suck for the first 2-3 years, but then after that, if I stick to the plan that God has showed me, if I stick to the plan, then I'm going to flourish the rest of the way, and that's what's been going on. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Pray against all of these things that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris agenda. Pray against the deep state. Pray that the Supreme Court hear the evidence, all of the evidence, and rule against Joe Biden and Harris and for Donald Trump. And if that happens, watch Iraq, because they both are copying both for copying. If Donald Trump brings out the white paper that he won the election through the Supreme Court, you watch Iraq, because they're going to do the same thing with their white papers as well, but it's going to be for economic reforms and the revaluation of Iraqi dinar, as the Dow is going to be at 20,000. Peace out. God bless. I said enough. Let me go over to Patreon and do the videos over there today. It's going to be an awesome day. Thank you guys. We'll do the prayer video tonight, episode 9. This is a plan. This is the plan that Kim Clement said that God, it would be a plan so great that only God could have designed it. This is what we're going through right now. This is the plan. This was the plan to catch them all like Pokemon. And Donald Trump said yesterday, we caught them all. So just sit back, relax, keep praying, keep pushing, and keep telling God to expose the corruption in the government and to allow his hand to be upon the Supreme Court, the federal Supreme Court, and the White House. And Donald Trump will remain in Yeshua's name. Peace out. God bless. Eyes open and enjoy the day. I'll see you guys later. I'm out, man.